Hey guys, welcome back to the Foolish Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Just wanted to give you some of my thoughts after Michigan's 81-46 victory over Maryland Terrapins. The Wolverines improved to 8-5 on the year and 2-0 in the Big Ten. So it is what it is, and it just really makes you wonder what's up with this team, like the Jekyll and Hyde thing here, right? This is the same team that lost to Central Michigan and was totally out-hustled in that game last Wednesday, I think it was. And so this game, they just came out on absolute fire. I mean, just insane. At the 16 minutes, so 4 minutes in, Michigan led 16-0, and they had not missed a shot. I think they were 7 for 7 of that to start the game, and they were just able to get everything they wanted. They were able to get defensive stops, playing very good defense, forcing turnovers, and that carried out through the whole first half. I mean, it was 42-13 at halftime. 42-13. I think the TV announcer said it was the 67th time Michigan has forced someone to be under 20 points in the first half. Just what kind of an effort. And I was really looking for a few things. I tried to put down a couple things to start with. And one was, what kind of effort will we have? And in the first half, even though the bench didn't score a ton of points, they had 5 bench points, but 9 rebounds for the bench players. The bench players. It was such a huge emphasis by Juwan Howard, Coach Howard, and the Michigan team to get more physical, to have more effort, and you could see that overall for the game, the Wolverines out-rebounded Maryland 49-30. A nice 19 rebound lead, and it probably would have been more than that if, the last 4 or 5 minutes there when it was bench time, and, give credit to the bench players of Maryland. They got some points and rebounds in there and such, and Michigan didn't really do too much off the bench at that point. They're scrubs. Just great effort, and you really got to point out how this team was really led by Hunter Dickinson. And if you followed Hunter Dickinson's career, you know he has a chip on his shoulder about Maryland not recruiting him. He played at DeMatha High School in Maryland. I think it's like 10 minutes down the road from the Maryland campus, and they didn't recruit him. And I remember him, I think it was Mark Turgeon, I might have the wrong name there, but like taunting them and stuff in a big Michigan win, like taunting them, and their head coach was getting mad. And last year, the only matchup of this season, Hunter had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Today he did statistically probably better. 32 points, 12 rebounds, so he had a double-double and 2 assists. He was 13 of 16 from the floor. 13 of 16. It certainly helped that the Maryland starting center, I think his name was Reese, got into foul trouble. 2 quick ones and then the 3 before the first half was over. Michigan just went to Hunter, and he was unstoppable, especially in the second half. But they had really good ball movement. They had lots of assists. I think the last time I saw, they had 12 assists. And I did not double check for the finals count, but I know they were passing the ball really well. You had balanced scoring, but you had only 2 players in double figures, Hunter and Williams. He had 11 points, right? And of course, Williams, he went to DeMatha as well. So your 2 DeMatha guys led Michigan in scoring. But this is what Hunter can do. When he has that chip on his shoulder, maybe it's when people doubt him, when they see people saying, like, get rid of Howard, start with a new coach. And I saw those tweets, and I saw those responses, like, okay, there's something wrong with Michigan, you got to start over. It's like Hunter seems to take that personally and take over, and hopefully he can keep that going. That's the question, right? Michigan got a great win, super bounce back. They took this game by the throat and went with it, and, never let up, right? Even when there was a second half, Maryland was up in the second half points, 10-8, and had a 5-point little spurt there. Howard called a timeout and said, basically, like, let's get going here. Let's keep the effort up. And from that point on, Michigan, just kept the pressure up and kept building on a lead and was 40-some points at one point. So just excellent job by Howard to call that timeout. Like, no, we're not going to slip into bad habits here. Let's go. So I appreciated that from Coach Howard. But Penn State's on the docket, right? The 4th, right? So I think that's Wednesday. What team's going to show up for Michigan? Is it going to be this team, or is it going to be the team that didn't care too much and lost to Central Michigan? You have to bring this type of effort every game. Now, Do I expect Penn State to score in the first 4 minutes Wednesday? Yes. But you got to have good shooting. You got to have good ball movement. You got to have defensive rebounds. You got to have defensive pressure. That's what I'm looking for. Will Michigan be able to keep it going? And on the horizon, Michigan State Saturday at Michigan State. If Michigan could get a little momentum going, carry it on through Penn State and head into East Lansing, right, on a 3-game winning streak, 2 games heading into East Lansing, that would just be hope. It would give some hope, and you just don't know what can happen in that rivalry. Hunter Dickinson has played very well in that rivalry, and if you remember last year, I think it was, he and Izzo were going at it, and that's when Hunter plays his best, when he's chippy and when he's antagonizing, and that's what it is. That's just Hunter Dickinson. When you doubt him, he seems to play better, and that's good because Hunter had been kind of blah for a few games in a row. I have no idea what life is like for him, but it was really nice to see him bounce back this game and just like, you know what, let's take this game over and dominate it and lead my team to a blowout victory. So, just some good thoughts. Michigan played a total 180 game versus what they did versus Central Michigan. Good effort. The bench was productive. 19 points and 16 rebounds in the end for the bench. I think that's one of my key things. The bench needs 10 points or more. And this game they got it. I know there was some, Cheddar got 3 there, but Baker had 7, I believe. So you got to get, Reed had 4. So it's like, you got to get 10 points off your bench. And tonight they got it, and they got the win. Hey, a happy win. A win that gets my mind off of Michigan's missed opportunities last night in the Fiesta Bowl. So I'll take it, any diversion, because I was in a sports haze. I'm like, what do I feel like? Nah, not that. Okay, Michigan's playing. Let's watch, right? So, good for them. At least they gave me some diversion today. Get that Fiesta Bowl loss a little bit out of my mind for a few minutes. Hey, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any comments, please put them in the box below. I'll try to respond as I'm able to. I know I haven't gotten to comments for a couple videos, family life on Christmas vacation and all that, but I'll try to get to them soon. As always, thanks for watching, and until I see you guys next time, as always, go Blue!